Christie Brimberry, and welcome to my second episode of Gas Monkey Weekly. I want to take a second to say thank you so much for all the positive comments and you guys sharing my first episode across your social media platforms. It was super humbling to see how many times it was viewed and shared. So big ups to you guys. Thank you a whole bunch. This week's episode was the first half of the 49 Chevy build, and so we're going to go and we're going to talk to Jason Aker, who can give us a little insight as to what they were working with, you know, what kind of problems they ran into, and kind of where we stand as far as deadline and whether everything fit. On another note, I want to say congratulations to David A. Ortega from West Covina, California. He is our first t-shirt winner for sharing my first episode. So this is on its way, David. I'm going to sign it right now, and then it's headed to you. You guys keep watching. At the end of this episode, I'm going to tell you what you can win for sharing episode number 2. On this week's episode, we had the first part of the 49 Chevy build. So I thought it'd be fun to bring Jason Aker in and talk about problems with the build, kind of how it's going, where we stand going into this week's episode. So
it was a very trying build. It was a fabulous idea, and we had a deadline that was insane for LST. And so we had all these things piled in, and the truck fought us at every possible place it could. So, as you get into that and you have such a short window of time, the pressure mounts, and you could see it on the guys' faces. The tension, you could feel it in the building of the truck, and because we wanted to achieve a really high level, because this is the truck show. Right. This is the people that know are going to be there, and so we wanted to set the bar really high, and with that came a lot of challenges in that time frame. So we had our work cut out for us.
Was there a lot of metal work, or was it body work, or is it someone? We won't say any names. Richard Rawlings changing his mind a bunch?
All of the above, A through D. Yeah, we had an extensive metal project when we started. We knew that. And then we ran into issues with door fitment because the truck had been hit in its early life and threw all that out of whack. So as soon as we would fix one thing, we'd have 2 more things go wrong, and the time would get shorter. And so the pressure would mount. And then we had a decision on color that changed 3 times before we actually painted the truck, which you can figure out who that was.
Right.
So that added to the tension and the delay. So as it all came together and we got to that point, it was a very strenuous time.
So what was the actual timeline? Like what was the timeline to work with as far as like Lone Star? Did you get 2 days, 6 months? Like what was the actual time?
The day they brought the truck in, we had 6 weeks. That was on a Friday. So we got it about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We tore the truck down by 6 o'clock. Then we lose 2 days because of the weekend.
Right.
Immediately thereafter, we just cashed in our next 5 weekends without knowing it. So
seems like
roughly
that's
6
happening
weeks.
A lot.
Yeah, that was it. And honestly, 6 weeks sounds like a long time, but when you spend 2.5, 3 weeks on metal alone, that leaves you 3 weeks to paint the truck, do all the body work, and assemble the whole truck, and get a running driving truck to drive to Houston. That's not much time.
So, well, I guess we're just going to have to hang out and see what happens in this next episode next week. Jason, thanks for hanging out with me in the back of the truck. I guess you should probably get back to work.
I'm going to get back to work. So, you have a great day.
All right, I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
So we get lots of questions on Twitter, and I think we hear one almost every single day. And it's the question that Hayden Herkey on Twitter posed. He wanted to know if we end up buying cars back that we build on the show. And being that Tony is my plethora of bullcrap information, I figured I'd have him come in, and if I don't know the answer, he can probably make something up.
Here, I think I got this. Well, Hayden, what happens is we build a lot of cars.
This is my show.
Oh, well, here.
Why are you all in my space?
Have a seat. Here, sit here. So, Hayden, what happens is, we build a lot of cars that get sold, and cars are kind of like children. They leave, but they always come back. You did see on the show where we bought back the Fleet Line, the first car that Richard and Aaron ever built, and you noticed that we had to pay $50,000 to get this car back before the guy painted it. What we do is we're trying to get some cars back for a collection, if you will. People travel from all over the world to come here and see the world headquarters, which is turning out quite nice, thank you. but we needed some cars. So you'll see cars like this that we were able to buy, and it was a lot of money. You'll see the Model A, for instance. That's episode 1. That's the first car we built on Fast and Loud, episode 1, season 1. So a lot of people see this car here in the background. We did buy this back. It ran through auction. It was late. People were drinking. We got it cheap. Unlike the Fleet line, you saw that we had to pay a lot of money for. Cars you also see on the show that people ask about, we have the red Shelby back here.
It is not the red Shelby that we built on the show. This is actually Richard's wife's car.
It's Sam Pat Collection, a local collector here. Had a bunch of cars, and he was selling off a few of them, and this was, you know, a deal that was too good to pass up. Richard had bought his wife, Sue, a Shelby years ago, and in the course of getting the business going and what have you, they had to sell that car off. Auction. It is not the same one that we built on the show. Hayden, that's a good question. We appreciate you using Twitter, Facebook, and all our other social media outlets to send in your questions.
Okay, well, so since it's my show, I'm gonna kick Tony out because I didn't get to talk at all.
Oh, I'll go.
Thanks for hanging out with me for my second episode of Gas Monkey Weekly. It was super fun. Make sure you watch next week. It's the second part of the 49 Chevy build. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure you share it over your social media platforms. We are, again, gonna pick someone to win this lovely t-shirt and a personalized autographed picture of me. So I hope you win, and I'll see you next time.
Christie, can I come out now? All right.